Hey guys, Tom Fontana here from TheGuitarLesson.com, and today I'll be doing an in-depth review of GuitarTricks, which is of course one of the biggest guitar learning websites on the internet. Now I'll be taking you through the membership area. I'll discuss what I like about GuitarTricks and what I don't like about them, and in the end you should be able to make an informed decision on whether you want to sign up with them or not. Now this will be an in-depth review, so if you just want to jump forward to any given part of the video, I'll have the time codes for each section in the description below. Now let's just log into my account and have a look around. Here's the opening page of the membership area. They actually just redesigned their site not long ago because the old design was a bit outdated. Now the site looks nice and modern. They also have a nifty responsive design. So if you view the site from a mobile device, it'll be perfect there as well, not just on the computer monitor. If you go to your account page, you can change the color theme of the site between light and dark. I like the light one better, but you know, you can use whichever. So let's go back to the main page, and as you can see, they've adopted a what do you want to do next approach here, which sort of guides you in the right direction actually. GuitarTricks is more than 10,000 lessons at the moment, and they're adding more all the time, so categorization is really important so that you can find what you're looking for and what's suitable for your level, but they did a good job with this. So right away here you can choose which direction you want to go, whether you're a beginner, an experienced player, you want to learn individual songs or just browse their forum. And below this you'll also see their newest lessons. You also have some more links in the header and sidebar. They're pretty much self-explanatory, but I'll touch on them later in the video. Now first of all, let's have a look at the beginner section of GuitarTricks. If you're a very beginner, or maybe you're self-taught but need to fill in a few holes in your knowledge, this is where you would start. This is GuitarTricks' core learning system, and this is basically a very well thought out course to get you from zero to a real guitar hero as efficiently as possible. You'll start out on the Guitar Fundamentals 1 course, then move on to Guitar Fundamentals 2. Now let's have a look inside this first course, where we can see the course outline. This is GuitarTricks' recommended learning path for beginners, and it's great because the lessons build on each other to give you a solid foundation of general guitar knowledge and skills. You have your chapters, and within those you have these subchapters right here. If you click the info button, you'll see a short description of the subchapter. Now, it's very important to go through the lessons in order because this isn't just your random set of YouTube episodes where you basically just bounce from one video to the next. This is a well thought out series of lessons, and you need to follow the order of the lessons. And now let's look inside a subchapter, which is basically a mini course of its own with its individual lessons listed right here. Let's just look at this lesson where you learn a simple song. And here's what a video lesson page looks like. You have the video and your usual controls right here, and also this AB looper button. This lets you loop any section of the video automatically, which is really useful if you want to repeat a part of it and play along with the teacher on a chord progression or a riff, for example. Below the video you'll find the description area, and depending on which lesson you're on, it might also have the notation, so the music sheet, and the jam track, which is great for practicing what you learned in the video. You just click play, go back to the notation tab so you can see the tablature, and you'll be able to practice what you learned in the video lesson. You also have an images tab here, and this will have various things in here. Right now it has the lyrics for the song. In the sidebar on top you'll find a few details on the lesson, and also these buttons. This lets you mark it as a favorite so you can find it easily later on in the favorites menu up here. You can print the music sheet, and you can also download the video lesson, which is great if you don't always have internet access, so on a mobile device, for example. The next box gives you an outline of the course you're in right now. So we're in Guitar Fundamentals 1, and if you want to go back and redo a lesson, for example, you can do that easily right here. Also, you have the previous and next buttons right up here. These let you move back and forward a lesson within the course that you're in. And right down here, GuitarTricks automatically gives you a little progress indicator, which is actually based on which lessons you've watched in the course. Now this can be a bit misleading, since if you just went to the page to check it out but didn't actually watch the lesson, it will still mark the page as completed, even though you didn't watch the video. Now let's have a look at Guitar Fundamentals 2 as well. You would progress to this course after finishing Fundamentals 1, and this is where you would start learning a bit of music theory. You have more chords, scales, scale theory, music notation, basic blues guitar, more chord changes, and then bar chords at the end. So let's go back a page, and I want to show you this beginner song section right here. GuitarTricks has easy versions of a lot of very popular songs, so even if you're just starting out, you'll be able to learn these simple songs and have fun with them, because that's really what the guitar is about, learning and playing songs. There are a lot of songs, so it's nice to have these filters here. Let's filter by artist and click show all at the bottom. And these are the beginner songs that they have at the moment, so songs that are suitable for beginners as well. Now going back to the beginner homepage, they also have some videos on how to practice and videos on tuning and guitar maintenance for beginners. So this is basically what GuitarTricks can give beginners. As you can see, there's a lot of material. It is built from the ground up to give newbies a solid foundation of knowledge, and best of all, it gets you playing songs right away, which is really important since it keeps beginners motivated and having fun with the guitar. Alright, so what about the more experienced players, right? Well, let's have a look. GuitarTricks continues their core learning system and gives the guitarist the choice of getting an in-depth look at the most popular guitar genres: blues, country, and rock. These are the main genres you would start looking at after you learn the basics, because other genres you might be interested in, such as metal and funk, they stem from these as well. There's one thing I'm missing from here, it's classical guitar, but they have those separately in the style section down here. Now let's have a look inside the blues course first. And just like the fundamentals course, this blues course is very professional. The curriculum is well thought out and the lessons build onto one another. So in the end, you'll actually be able to play blues guitar. It starts out from the 12-bar blues, goes into blues rhythm guitar, lead guitar, and tone. In blues level 2, you expand on the basic blues concepts and techniques you learned in blues level 1 and start learning more advanced blues guitar as well. GuitarTricks has similarly high quality courses for country and rock. I won't go into these specifically, but know that if you're at an intermediate level and you're stuck on where to go, these lessons would be very beneficial for you. You also have the style section, where you have lots of mini courses in other genres as well. So each category will have smaller mini courses on various topics in the given genre, which means you have loads of things to learn here as well. Now blues has a lot of lessons, but if I go back and pick world music, for example, this only has 3 mini courses, as you can see. So some genres have a lot, some just have a few, but in general, the more popular the genre, the more lessons it'll have. Now, if you're an advanced player, you'll love the artist studies section. These are more advanced lessons, and they cover the stylistic elements of famous guitar players and bands like Chet Atkins, Eric Johnson, and there's a bunch more. So for example, let's enter the Van Halen lessons. So you can see that there are a bunch of individual lessons showing you how to play like Van Halen. And here's the intro.
Hi, I'm Dave with GuitarTricks.
Yeah, so you get the idea. Now let's go back to the experienced players homepage, and here you have some individual technique lessons which aren't that important. You have some more advanced practice routine videos. These are useful, and right here you have more lessons on more advanced scales and chords and arpeggios as well. The last in this lineup are the lessons on gear and tone, and these are really great because the instructors show you how to dial in the right tone for whatever music you want to play, and they do this on a bunch of guitars and effects. So for example, let's go to rock, tone, and guitars, and they'll demonstrate how you would use each guitar type in rock music.
There's no more solid guitar for rock than the SG style guitar.
So I find these really useful and really fun videos to watch. Now let's go back to the home page and have a look at the song section. This is of course where you'll be spending a lot of time. It's actually one of the best parts of GuitarTricks. They have a huge library of song lessons. I think it's around 700-800 now, but they're adding more and more really quickly, so by the time you listen to this, it'll probably be much more. You'll be able to filter the lessons based on genre and also these extra filters right here. And this view all artist button is nice. You can handpick which artists you want to learn songs from. So let's scroll down and say I want to learn Johnny Cash songs. And here are all the Johnny Cash songs they have lessons on. So all in all, GuitarTricks is a great place to learn songs. They have a lot of song lessons, and of course all of them have tabs and detailed instructions. Now let's go back to the home screen again. I want to show you a few more tools you have at your disposal. First of all, the search feature, which you'll find very handy when you want to learn something in particular. For example, improvisation. The search feature will go out and look through the more than 10,000 lessons they have and return just the ones you need. GuitarTricks also has an active forum if you like to socialize online. So you can browse the forum, ask questions, answer other people, and just chat about general guitar things. Also, you can communicate with the main instructors here. So if you need clarification on something, this would be the place to ask. Next, I want to show you this toolbox section. And here you'll find several online guitar tools. They're not really that extraordinary, so some of these you probably won't even use, like the metronome and tuner. You'll be better off downloading an app for these onto your smartphone, but the scale and chord finder, they'll be useful. And the jam station is good as well. All of these jam tracks are categorized by genre and key, so that makes it really easy to use. All right, now the last thing I want to show you is a few built-in ways you can track your progress. Now in the header, you can see a link to the lessons you marked as favorites, and in the sidebar, there's this big last lesson link, which is useful since if you stop watching a course today, you can continue right where you left off tomorrow with a push of this button. You also have this progress page where you can see some statistics on how you're progressing with the lessons. All right, so now that you've seen the membership area of GuitarTricks, let me give you my thoughts on the site. So I really like the structure of the large courses they have. So the core learning system with the guitar fundamentals, the blues, country, and rock lessons. It's great for beginners and intermediate players. I love the fact that they have lots of song lessons and keep on releasing new ones all the time. The video lessons are short and to the point, so there's no fluff and no hesitation from the teacher, and this makes learning very efficient. The In the Style Of and the Gear and Tone sections are great as well. There are a few things that GuitarTricks could work on though. For example, they could add more mini courses on smaller genres like Spanish guitar, for instance. They covered the bigger genres well with thousands of lessons on each, and this would satisfy 90% of guitarists, but still, there are people who might want to learn more exotic guitar styles. Also, there are still a few videos which were recorded a long time ago, and so the production quality is not up to par with the newer lessons, but I heard that they are removing and re-recording these older lessons, so they should be gone soon. Okay, so that's my take on GuitarTricks, and now that you've seen everything they have, you should be able to make up your mind on whether you want to jump in or not. If you do, you'll find some coupon codes in the description below this video, so check them out, save a few bucks, and use the money to buy new strings or something else for your guitar. Alright, so that's everything I had for you today. Hope you find it all useful, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye-bye.